Welcome to the Tao of Women. The Tao has something to say about receptivity, about belonging, and about how to relax and receive and feel safe. In times like today and the days we're living in, we're here to do something different than the average status quo, the loud, the chaotic. We're here to drop into the wisdom in our bodies and the wisdom of the Tao. So if you have the book, I invite you to read along with me. And if not, I invite you to simply receive. And I am humbly bowing to those of you that are here with me live. Thank you for your presence. And I feel you, those that join on the replay. Passage 61. Receptive. Streams and rivers are welcomed into the ocean. Accepting everyone, no one is left out. When one knows she is a part of something larger than herself, she can relax. The river floods when the banks are full. Respect your limits. Just do what you can do. Well, that's a message for today, isn't it? Let's read that one more time and let's see if we can open up a little bit more and receive. Receptive. Streams and rivers are welcomed into the ocean. Accepting everyone, no one is left out. When one knows she's a part of something larger than herself, she can relax. The river floods when the banks are full. Respect your limits. Just do what you can do. And so with that, let's embody this into a Qigong practice, a living, breathing practice of receptivity. And so I invite you to clear your space, clear your mind, open your body so that you can become receptive. And in order to support the skill of receptivity, let us empty our cup. Let us humbly bow forward, emptying our cup, our thinking mind, our doing mind. And just simply allow yourself to fold forward as a humble bow as you soften and let go of the tension, the need to do, the need to know. And once you feel like you've released something here, you feel like you're starting to receive the nourishment through your roots. Start to receive this energy up through your body like a root receives life force, and water like a tree draws the sap up through its roots, up through its trunk, up through now up through your body, up through your spine, out through your shoulders, out through your arms. As you rise, you feel more open and receptive. And so we'll go a little deeper as we soften our knees and we step across the threshold into our sanctuary. And give yourself just a little shake, a little loosening, a little softening and letting go. And as you're shaking and loosening, you're emptying out. You're creating space in your hips, in your spine, in your neck, in your shoulders and elbows and wrists and fingers, in your knees and your ankles and your toes. This little bit of space and emptying allows you the opportunity now to start to slow down and start to move towards stillness. And as you move towards stillness, turning your attention inward, listening inside. And as you do so, you start to shift your perception into listening. The very act of listening is an act of receptivity, of receiving the sound and the vibration, of receiving the information. And with your ears, but receive it with your whole body. So as we stand in stillness for just a moment, what are you aware of? What are you receiving right here, right now, in the present moment? I can feel myself starting to rock and sway. I'm receiving this pulse. I'm receiving the breath. I'm receiving this spaciousness that seems to be amplifying. And this morning on my walk, I found a beautiful waterfall. And this little spring waterfall is a, an eternal water spout. It's a place that comes directly out of the mountain. This water comes from deep in from the mountain. It is not a waterfall or that is determined by the weather or if it's a drought or it is eternal. It's this eternal spring. And in the passage, it said the rivers and streams are welcomed into the ocean. And remember, these are Qigong transmissions, and the meridians of our bodies are like rivers and streams. And we have one really extraordinary river called the Ren Channel. And it runs from your pubis, really from your perineum, and it runs up the middle of your body, up the front of your body, all the way up through your throat, and it goes around your mouth, and it ends here, and then that's why we put our tongue on the roof of our mouth. And then it's picked up by the dew channel that runs up your back. And that when you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, you're connecting this Ren channel. Now, in Qigong, a lot of times we are honoring the Ren channel as it rises, and often we're honoring and tending and working with the Ren channel as we send it back down like a waterfall. So let's let our practice be that. So imagine and just start the practice with me where you are lowering, softening your body and opening your hands like cups, vessels for you to receive the water. And allow yourself to dip your hands into the water as you receive the water. And then you gently rise up And I'm going to just come closer so you can see my hands. Gently rise up and let your pinky turn toward your third eye as if you're pouring water into your third eye. Yin Ton. And now your ring finger and your middle finger and your first finger and your thumb are all dripping into your third eye, that water. And as your hands float down, you're allowing this water to go down your Ren channel. You're directing it down your Ren channel, down the front of your body, down below your navel. And right here is called your Sea of Qi, this great ocean of Qi. So send this river and stream down to the Sea of Qi. And once the water makes it to the ocean, you receive, and now allow yourself, your body to absorb and receive this water, this energy like water as it flows down your Ren channel, down to the Sea of Qi, as your hands spiral out, and now you receive more water. And you might even be receiving water infused with light. In our first couple passes, the waterfall showed me this morning, there's some debris in that channel. There's leaves and sticks and branches. And so our first few passes, we're clearing the channel, right? We're receiving the water, and now we're clearing this channel. We're removing the blockages that show up as tension, as stress, as emotion, as fear. We're removing those so that the water can move and flow more freely. And we start to do this work of allowing and receiving this water to flow freely as a stream down into the ocean, clearing the pathway. And as the pathway clears, we become more receptive. The channels, our riverbeds, the banks, can hold more water, and the water can flow more freely. But we're not overflowing and we're not flooding. We're skillfully tapping into and cultivating the capacity to clear and empty so that we may more fully receive the water, the light, the vitality, the community, the love, the relationships, the abundance, the health, the well-being. So we may trust the process and allow this energy to enter into our body as we start to weave ourselves into the very fabric of all creation, knowing that these rivers and streams that flow in the landscape flow in our body, and we are the landscape. We are the water. We are together in this great unfolding of creation. So I'm going to be silent just for a moment so you can receive your own energy as you tap into this waterfall and allow it to flow to your inner ocean. And now let's continue this, but let's also open our body to receive. Let's allow this water now to pour into your mouth, like you're drinking the qi, drinking the water, rinsing your mouth. Allow yourself to drink and maybe even swallow your saliva. Receive your own fluids, your own medicine. Pinky, ring, middle, first finger, and thumb, dripping water into your mouth now as you swallow the saliva. And now pouring it into your throat chakra. We don't have the word chakra in Qigong. I only use that word because it's popular, but this is a very important point where energy gets stuck. This is a classic place. It's called a tricky gate right here. And so see if you can open up this gate, if you can let this energy pour down and swallow the saliva down, and it helps you open that tricky gate. Yeah. And now into your heart, bathing your heart, allowing your heart to be receptive, open, letting this water wash through, cleansing, clear, nourish, and receive. Watering the blossoms of your heart. Into your yellow court, which we call solar plexus, infusing it with light and energy. And now into your C, into your lower dantian at your navel. Just pour it into your navel and let it pour down into the ocean. The river is meeting the ocean now. The river is meeting the ocean. And as you're in this place of the river meeting the ocean, let me read the passage to you one more time. Stay in the practice. Keep going. Receptive. Streams and rivers are welcomed into the ocean, accepting everyone. No one is left out. When one knows she's a part of something larger than herself, she can relax. The river floods when the banks are full. Respect your limits. Just do what you can do. And in the other passages, we spent more time talking about our respecting our limits and our boundaries. So for now, we're just going to allow this passage, what I'm focusing on, to receive. I'll be curious what you receive, is letting the river flow into the ocean and letting all of us remember that all of us are the river and the ocean. And so just a few more moments for you to receive this experience and this passage, making your movements even smaller, softer, slower, more mindful. Really feel yourself inhale as the water, as the energy pours in. Exhale as it moves down. Inhale as you receive, drawing it in. This is our last one. It's time for us to complete now, love. So we inhale our hands up, gathering, integrating, exhaling, hands down. As we integrate this practice, as we embody this practice, we're carrying this wisdom with us that we are connected to the earth and the heavens and all of nature, that we are part of something far bigger than just ourselves, and we can rest into that. This is our last one. Integrating and receiving. This time, as we close, we're going to shift our weight. Our hands are going to rise. Our feet are going to come together, letting your hands float down, clearing your mind. Everything below your hands goes down and in. Everything above your hands is clear and bright. Your Shen is up, your Qi is down, your body is nourished and receptive. Allow yourself to have a breath here. Return to the stillness. Receive the results and the gifts of your practice. And making a small circle, stirring it in one direction and the other direction, sealing it in so you can carry it with you. And I'll be very curious what you're carrying with you back out into the world, what you received from this practice. But before we complete, let's bow out. Right hand makes a fist. Rise every day like the brilliant sun. Shine bright. Left hand covers it. Yin. You're always whole and complete. And even in your darkest hour, just like the moon, cyclical, always changing. You're never meant to be the same. And with a heart full of gratitude and reverence and respect, we bow to each other. We bow to everyone here that is live and on the replay on Facebook and YouTube and Zoom and all the places. We are all here in this together. Thank you. And in this place, we bow to our teachers' teachers, and the teacher within. And we inhale and we infuse it in our heart, but we do not keep it in our heart. We keep it into our belly and our sea of chi, and we step back across the threshold, back out into the world. You rub it in, you shake it up. And I would love to hear from you. What did you receive? Let me know in the comments. And if you found value in this, then share this with your friends. Push like and subscribe. And I will see you in Qigong class, and I'll see you right here next week. Thank you for your practice.